Hey, I'm Al McGee with YETicket.com. Well, the film I'm going to talk about right now, which is a very exciting film to me, The Last Night in Soho. Man, this is a very good film, and this is directed by Edgar Wright. Now, this film follows this small town fashion student. She is played by Thomasine McKenzie, and her name is Ellie. Man, she's from Cornwall, according to the film, the way the script is written. And, she, as we see in the film, she's preparing to get out of town. And she lives with her grandma named Peggy. And, she's played by Rita Tushingham. And if you're not familiar with the film, A Taste of Honey, that's where she got her big start and things like that. Also, there's another lady in this film. Unfortunately, she died. She was in some 60s films and TV shows, Diana Rigg. She plays the landlord where Ellie is staying. And man, her name is Mrs. Collins, but man, she still was acting very well at that time. And also in this too is Terrence Stamp. He's in this, he's a mysterious guy. We never really got to know his name, things like that. And also she has, she meets the resident mean girl because she moved into a dorm when she got to fashion school. And that young lady is played by Simone Carson. And she met this student named John, which is played by Mike Arjo. But the main focus of this film also is on Sandy, which is played by Anya Taylor-Joy, from the Queen's Gambit. You saw that? I'm sure you did. But Sandy is a young lady in the 60s, and she wants to make it big somehow in London, but things got changed after she met this guy, and her whole life changed when she met a pimp. Wait a minute, Al, you said 1960s? Yeah, that's right. Ellie starts seeing the events that happened in the 60s to Sandy. And it got to the point that Ellie felt it mentally and physically, what was going on in the 60s to Sandy. Like I said, Sandy got with this pimp and, things change. And Sandy really had a rough life. And Ellie saw this. And this is what really made her, well, people thought she was kind of crazy because the storyline is that her mother went to London to be a fashion designer, but she didn't last because she killed herself. And Ellie thought she was going crazy herself. Well, as things started going on, as you would see in this film, you would see that, no, she's not crazy. But I will admit, this film is very good and very mysterious. I feel that Edgar Wright did a great job with this film, telling this story. And it's a little bit of something you saw before, people seeing the past and things like that. But the way he put it, especially there in London, it made it fresh and new. And Ellie, she would go to sleep and dream all this. And that's how she got to the 60s, through her dreams when she was asleep. Now, Ellie first got into a dorm, but eventually she could not take it. And she took some of her scholarship money and rented a room. And like I say, Mrs. Collins was the landlady, which is played by the late Diana Rigg. And I will say this, the performances in this film is very good. It made it believable for me, and I really enjoyed this film. And there were some moments I almost jumped out of my seat. My 6'3" frame almost flew in the theater itself. Edgar Wright's Last Night in Soho, a very good film. I'm giving this 3 palm trees out of 4. 3 palm trees out of 4 for pure entertainment. That's what it is. But the performances are great. The cinematographer did a great job. The direction of Edgar Wright is great. And he also wrote this too. And Focus Feature, the distributor, they did a great job picking this film up and getting it out there. Last Night in Soho. You enjoy it also. But see it for yourself. Let me know. What do you think about it? Hey, I'm Alvin. Give it yeticket.com. Thanks for watching me. I really appreciate it.